time, I would like to welcome back to our broadcast here at Mcallen Veterans Memorial Stadium in the game between two 31-5A teams that are working hard, playing hard here in the first half, because both teams know that they have to win this ball game to have an opportunity to stay in contention for possible playoff aspirations. Let me share with you a couple of first half statistics. For the Rowe Warriors, they have 8 first downs. They have 109 yards rushing and 49 yards passing for a total of 158 yards of total offense. For the Psja Memorial Wolverines, they do have 10 first downs, 107 yards rushing, 19 yards passing, and that brings them a total of 126 yards of total offense. Some individual stats show that quarterback for the Warriors, Hector Vasquez, is doing a good job. He has 6 passes, 4 completions for a total of 49 yards. The leading rusher for the Warriors is Chavez. Chavez doing a good job of gaining 52 yards on some pretty nifty running by Jose Chavez. For the Wolverines, quarterback Gonzalez is not having much success throwing the ball. He is 2 for 9 for 19 yards, but I do want to say that a couple of passes looked like they were catchable, so you can't really put the blame on Gonzalez for that. Something that looks pretty good, and probably so far the offensive player of the game is, for the Wolverines, is Jesse Bustamante. Bustamante has 12 carries for 98 yards. Doing a great job there for the Wolverines. Let me recap for you the scoring plays. The Warriors started the offense by scoring on a 3-yard run by Enos Rios, as he scored with 7:53 in the first quarter to make the score 7-0 on a nice 3-yard run. Right after that, the Wolverines did manage to go downfield and put their kicker Gazar in position for a 24-yard field goal, and that made the score 7-3. Hector Vasquez came back and did a nice 15-yard run for a touchdown to give the Warriors the lead 14-3 at the 7:58 mark in the second quarter. After that, Bustamante, who I already told you has had 12 carries for almost 100 yards, he had a real nice 17-yard run with 2 minutes and 19 seconds to go in the second quarter, and that's what brings us to the score at this time, 14-10, the Warriors in the lead. To start the second half, as we take a look at the Wolverines coming out of their chute back on the field, we have about 30 seconds to go before we get back into playing action. In the second half, the Warriors will be receiving the ball. So the Warriors will be receiving. Let me go back to some of the keys to the games that I talked to you about at the beginning of the game. Something that we talked about was the Psja Memorial defense, which was ranked second best defense in district, coming in here against the Rowe offense, which is also ranked second. So they pretty much were very evenly matched. The other key we talked about was what kind of improvement was going to be shown by the Wolverine offense, which came in here as dead last in district. And they have done a good job, and that's why they are in the game so far. And the Rowe offense, which is ranked second, they've maintained themselves, but the defense for the Warriors we talked about was coming in as 8th ranked out of 9th in district, and they have played together. So pretty much all the keys to the game have been very evenly matched, and that's why we have a score of 14-10. Second half will be basically all about adjustments. Who made the necessary adjustments and who didn't make the adjustments. So we're ready to kick off. The Wolverines will be kicking off, and look out because in the 2 kickoffs earlier on, they were pretty interesting. Once again, we have a fair catch on a kickoff, which is very rare. So the Warriors will take over, and it didn't look like the clock started, so we still show 12 minutes on the clock. So I don't know if the scorekeeper's out still eating some nachos or something, because we should have at least had 5-6 seconds going off on that, and the clock still shows 12 minutes to go. So nothing was run here in the third quarter. We're just about to start here the third quarter. The Warriors in their home uniform, the green jerseys, will be starting from the south side of the stadium. Bosque on a handoff up the middle. Nice hard running by Chavez. This kid is a bull. Once he gets going, forget about it. Nice, big, open running. Nothing fancy. Right up the middle. Brings the ball to the 50-yard line. A gain of 15 yards by Chavez. 1st and 10 right at midfield. Rowe in the typical spread formation. Another handoff up the middle for Chavez. And Chavez running hard. 2 back-to-back good runs up the middle by Jose Chavez. On the tackle for the Wolverines was Victor Medellin. It's a 2nd and 2 yards to go in Wolverine territory at the 42-yard line. Fake by Bosques, and good job on the defensive side. Several tacklers did a good job of not going for the fake. Bosques basically maybe gained 2 yards, which is enough for a first down, and that gives the Warriors a 1st and 10 at their Wolverine 40-yard line. The Warriors once again in their spread formation. That's all they know. Another handoff by Chavez up the middle. Big gain for another first down. So the Warriors are coming out running. We know coming into this game, the Warriors are very balanced. That's why they came into this game ranked 2nd on offense. So back-to-back first downs, 1st and 10. Another 15-yard gain. 11 minutes to go, 14-10 early here in the third quarter. Bosques on another handoff to Chavez. Gain of maybe 3 yards on the left side, maybe 4. They'll bring a 2nd and 6 yards to go. With 10 minutes and 40 seconds to go, the Warriors up 14-10. Pretty quick start here in the second half. Bosques on another handoff, but the defense was there, led by George Trevino on that tackle. And that will give the Warriors a 3rd and 5. They are now inside red zone territory. 3rd and 5, 10 minutes to go, 14-10, early in the second quarter. Bosques in the shotgun formation. Of course, the Warriors are the spread. They've been very balanced today. 3rd and 5 yards, and it looks like Coach Paul Reyes didn't like what he saw on the defensive side, so he decided to call a timeout. So with a timeout here, the Warriors are up 14-10 with 9 minutes and 58 seconds to go. 3rd and 5 at the 20-yard line. The Warriors, Hector Bosques, just a sophomore, doing a fantastic job in the first quarter. 3 weeks ago, Bosques was actually the starting quarterback on his JV team. But an unfortunate injury to Justin Owens, who in my opinion was so far the offensive MVP in the Valley, got hurt. In fact, he hasn't even played in 2.5 games, and he's still listed as the #1 quarterback in the district. So here we go. The Warriors in the spread formation, 2 receivers to each side of the field. The ball on the left hash mark. Bosques, a fake. He's in trouble. Good job on the defensive side. He's actually going to be dropped for a loss. Give credit right there to Abraham Alanis, just a sophomore. He did not go for the fake, and he brought down Bosques for a loss. And that makes it now a 4th and 8 at the 23. And Coach Paul Reyes will go for it. He doesn't feel comfortable in his field goal kicking game, so there's 3 receivers to the right in the spread formation. Vasquez in the shotgun formation. Good snap. Looking downfield, he's in trouble, and he is brought down. Brought down by Joseph Gomez, given credit for a sack, and more importantly, making the play that gives the ball back to the Wolverine offense. So, what looked very promising for the Warriors, all of a sudden a couple of mistakes, and that happened to them early also in the first half, just killed the drive on that one. So the Wolverine defense, give them credit. They did come in here, highly regarded defense, does their job here on the first possession. So the Wolverines take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line with 9 minutes and 18 seconds to go, and they're down 14-10. Gonzalez has plenty of time, couldn't find anybody open downfield, and the ball is loose. We don't know if the ball was blown dead. The referees have not made any signals. The Wolverines look like they recovered. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Fumble recovery. That's the first turnover of the game. Looks like Alex Garcia on the recovery. So the Warriors on the first turnover of the game, there were 2 fumbles in the first half by the Wolverines, but they recovered their own fumble. So this is the first turnover of the game. With 8:53 to go here in the third quarter, the Warriors up 14-10. Golden opportunity, taking over at the 26-yard line. Handoff to the left side to Rios, putting on a couple of nice moves. Rios doing a good job on that run. He looked like he was not going to gain too many yards, but he kept his leg moving, and he got enough for a quick first down, and that makes it 1st and 10 inside red zone territory at the 14-yard line. Golden opportunity for the Warriors here early in the third quarter. Vasquez is looking to the sideline for Coach Reyes to see what kind of play he's calling. In the spread formation, 2 receivers to each side of the field. Handoff to the right side. Oh, it looks like a big hole, and almost makes it all the way down to the 1-yard line. What a nice, nifty run by Enos Rios. And you know, anytime any kid, any running back has an opportunity to spell the end zone, you know they're going to run harder, and that's exactly what Enos Rios did. Only a junior. He puts the ball at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line for the Warriors. Vasquez on a handoff and a run up the middle by Jose Chavez. Touchdown, Warriors! And that makes the score 20-10. Jose Chavez deserves that touchdown. In the earlier possessions, he did a lot of good runs, so he gets rewarded in this possession for the touchdown as the Warriors line up for the extra point. Vargas, the field goal kicker, is ready. Good snap. Kick is up. And the kick is good, and with that kick, that gives now the Warriors the lead here early in the third quarter with 8 minutes and 6 seconds to go. It puts the Mcallen Rowe Warriors 21, the Psja Wolverines 10. And you know, anytime you have a turnover, what's important after a turnover is what does the team do with a turnover? And give credit to the Warriors. They took advantage of the turnover and cashed in 7 points. So now the score is 21-10. That has to be real tough on the offense for the Wolverines, who have struggled all year, but they did a good job here in the first half of making some important plays to keep themselves in the game. 14-10. I do want to recognize once again the captains for the Rowe team, we have Steven Lopez, Ismael Contreras, Dakota Mireles, and Diego Martinez. The captains for the Psja Memorial Wolverines is Michael Gonzalez, Eric Medellin, Victor Medellin, and Terrence Porter, who's having an outstanding game on the defensive side. The Warriors will be kicking from the south side of the end zone. Vargas is not only the field goal kicker, but he is also the kickoff kicker. Vargas with a squib kick, quickly picked up. Nice job on the pickup right there, acted like a shortstop for the Wolverines. Eric Garcia bringing it out to a nice 43-yard line. That's excellent field position for the Wolverines. On the tackle was Jaime Gonzalez for the Warriors. So, 1st and 10 for the Wolverines with 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. They are down 21-10. It's very important that this offense try to get something going, because as they struggled most of the year, they need a couple of first down like they did in the first half, sustain a drive, and see what happens. Man in motion, handoff up the middle to Bustamante, who almost gained 100 yards in the first half. Not much going there on that possession. It's a 2nd down and 9 yards to go for the Wolverines. Both teams' defenses should know each other, because since both teams run a spread offense, that means they practice against a spread offense every day of the year. So they're pretty much familiar. The defenses are pretty much familiar with the offensive schemes on both teams. Gonzalez in a shotgun position, 2 receivers to the left. Handoff up the middle again to Bustamante. It looked like he was going to break it, but the defense led by Zach Caples prevented him from getting a first down, but he did gain about 7 yards on that play. Puts him way over the 100-yard mark. So it's going to be a big 3rd and 2 for the Wolverine offense. The ball now inside Warrior territory at the 49-yard line. Ball on the left hash mark. And there's a penalty on that play. Gonzalez actually lined up right under center. And the penalty is another false start for the Wolverines. And that now makes it, instead of a makeable 3rd and 1, now it goes to a 3rd and 6. And a 3rd and 6 for a team that struggles with a passing game can be a difficult play for the Wolverine offense. 3rd and 6 at their own 46-yard line. The road defense has been playing very well all night, and let's see if they can rise up to this occasion. Quarterback Gonzalez didn't like the formation, and he decided to call a timeout, go talk to Coach Cavazos, and let's talk about this. Well, with a timeout, with 6 minutes and 29 seconds to go here in the third quarter, the Road Warriors are in the lead. They've led all night. They're up 21-10. It's going to come up with a 3rd and 6 situation. The Wolverines with the ball. They have it on their own side at their own 46-yard line. Both teams have each called one timeout, and that could play into a factor at the end of the game. The big key to the game here in the second half, the Warriors were up 14-10. The Wolverines did a good job of taking over on possessions, and unfortunately, the offense fumbled. So here we are, ready to go with 6 minutes and 29 seconds to go. A big 3rd and 6. Ball on the left hash mark. Gonzalez with the ball. He's going to pass it. Quick pass. And a good catch. And he should have the first down. What an effort right there by Eric Medellin. Fighting for every yard he could get. And it should be enough for a first down. It is a big play for the Wolverines on that possession. They needed at least a couple of first downs to try to get that confidence again. It's a first down, and now they're inside Road Warrior territory at the 46-yard line. The clock is running with 6 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Ball on the right hash mark. Gonzalez in a shotgun formation. Handoff up the middle, and a good job by the road defense. Coming in there for the tackle was having another game by Jesse Gomez and Edgar Avila doing a good job on that. No gain. Ball is still at the 46-yard line. 2nd and 10 yards to go. The Warriors hanging on to a 21-10. Both teams cannot afford any more losses in district. The Warriors already have 4 losses, and the Wolverines have 3 losses. 2nd and 10. Snap to Gonzalez. He's going to throw out. Nice catch, and then we have a fumble, but it was ruled a catch and then a fumble. Eric Medellin on the reception. Not a big gain on that one. Maybe a gain of 3 or 4 yards. It's going to make it 3rd and 6 at the 42-yard line. Tonight, the Wolverine offense coming in here dead last in district. They're doing a very good job. They don't look like that team coming in here that was struggling on the offensive side. 3rd and 6, big play for the Wolverines. Gonzalez with the snap. Quick throw to the right side. Very nice catch. And this kid, Bustamante, not only doing a good job running as a running back, but also doing a good job of catching the ball and then gaining 3 or 4 yards after he caught the ball to make sure that the Wolverines stay on the field with another first down for the Wolverines. So the Wolverines are knocking on the door now with a 1st and 10 at their own, at the Warrior 32-yard line with less than 5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. They are down 21-10. Handoff up the middle to Bustamante, and that play had been working on many occasions in the first half, because Bustamante in the first half alone had 98 yards on the ground. He was able to gain 2 yards on that. Makes it a 2nd and 8 for the Wolverines. The ball on the Warrior 30-yard line. 2nd down, 8. We have the spread formation, receivers to both sides. 1 running back. Quick pass to the right side. Nice catch. Quick tackle. Gain of maybe 5 yards. The catch on that play right there was by Juan Maravilla. The tackle on the defensive side by I'm reading off of the wrong roster, by Jaime Gonzalez. So now that makes it a 3rd and 2. Pretty much on this, Coach Gus Cavazos has the option of a quick pass or a run for Jesse Bustamante. Bustamante does get the carry, and it's going to be close. Inside handoff right up the middle. Nothing fancy on that. He is short by about a yard. So that makes it a 4th and 1 for the Wolverines. You know there's no way they're going to kick a field goal. The ball right up in the middle of the field, slightly closer to the right hash mark. And here comes the Wolverine. Quarterback under center. Handoff to the left side by their big fullback. The carry by George Trevino should have gotten the first down, and it is a first down. We also had a change in quarterback on that play. Eric Medellin came in. But now we have Michael Gonzalez back in the game. The clock is running with less than 3 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10, right at the 20-yard line in red zone territory. Wolverines knocking on the door. Spread formation. Another quick pass. And incomplete. Pass right up the middle. So that brings the 2nd and 10. 2 minutes. That stops the clock with 2 minutes and 39 seconds to go. Warriors up 21-10 over the Wolverines. 2nd down and 10 at the 20. 2 receivers to the to the right side, 1 to the left, 1 running back. Gonzalez, a handoff again up the middle. And pretty much not much for Bustamante. Good job on the defensive side by Jesse Gomez, who more than likely look for some awards for him. He had a great game last week against the Memorial Mustangs, so it is a big 3rd down and 9 for the Wolverines. Ball right in the middle of the field at the 19-yard line. Gonzalez, good snap, rolls out to the right, quick pass, it is caught. And that should be a 1st down, and not only a 1st down, forget about that, good catch, and a better run after the catch by Eric Medellin. The defense was there to stop him. He had enough for a 1st down. He was hit. He refused to go down, and he scores a touchdown on a nice pass. So that makes the score now 21-16. And the extra point is good. So that makes the score now, with 1 minute and 51 seconds to go, the Rowe Warriors 21, the Psja Memorial Wolverines 17. We have a tight game here. That was a nice catch by Medellin. Very impressed by the fact that he made sure he first caught the ball, and then after he caught the ball, he took the hit, thinking maybe that he was going to go down, but he kept his balance and got a touchdown. So one thing to look out here in the kickoff, every kickoff that we've had here by Jose Gazar, the extra point kicker for the Wolverines, he's also the kickoff kicker. He actually only lines up about a yard behind the ball. He is a lefty, and he kicks it very high, and he forces the Warriors to call a fair catch. But that ball is going to go out of bounds. So first time the kick goes out of bounds by Gazar. So the penalty is going to put the ball for the Warriors at the 35-yard line. Actually, the ball has been put, I think, at the 30-yard line. The Warriors will take over. With 1 minute and 51 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, the Warriors take over at the 28-yard line. The Warriors are up 21-17. Warriors coming out with 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right side. Handoff up the middle for maybe a gain of 3 yards for Ino Rios. Cano on the defensive side with a tackle. It is a 2nd and 3 with the ball on the 31-yard line for the Warriors in the spread formation. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, only 1 running back in the back. Fake to Ino Rios. A catch by Jay Alonso, who after the catch, not much there, but he did a good job of at least gaining 2 or 3 yards. That will bring a 3rd and 3. Jay Alonso came into the game as the leading receiver in the district. 3rd and 3 for the Warriors. Ball on the 35. Handoff to the left side. Ino Rios does not look like he is going to get the 1st down, but there is a penalty. There is a penalty. Good tackle by German Mata for the Wolverines. And we'll see what the... And unfortunately for the Wolverines, you're looking at a big defensive penalty, personal foul, face mask. And that's going to be a big 15 yards marked off against the Wolverines. A very costly penalty there because the Warriors did not get the first down. It was going to be 4th and 1. So that gives the Warriors a first down. And the Warriors, after the gift by the Wolverine defense of 15 yards, the Warriors decide to pay back the gift and return some of the gift back because of an easy penalty there now makes it a 1st and 15. Handoff to Rios and a hard hit right there on defense by German Mata. Guarantee you, Eno Rios is going to remember German Mata, especially after that hit right before the half. And that may be the last play of the third quarter. We have 15 seconds and the clock is running. And we'll see if Coach Paul Reyes is going to think about, it looks like they're not going to run a play as his players are just looking to the sideline. And that should be the last play of the third quarter, a quick third quarter. So with 3 quarters in the book, the score is the Rowe Warriors 21, the PSJA Memorial Wolverines 17. We're going to the 4th quarter. Let me quickly recap some of the scoring. It all started with Eno Rios on a 3-yard run in the first quarter with 7 minutes and 53 seconds to go. That put the Warriors up 7-0. Gazar, the field goal kicker, came back with a 24-yard field goal to make it 7-3. Then Hector Vasquez on a nice 15-yard run made it Warriors 14-3 at the 7:58 mark in the second quarter. Bustamante came back with a great run to make it 14-10 with 2 minutes and 19 seconds to go in a half. Vasquez rolling out to his right. He spots an opening. Nice run and throw. Good catch by Victor Adames. On the tackle, Eric Garcia. And it's a first down for the Warriors. No, excuse me, 3rd and 3. That's what I get for listening to the clock operator. And Jose Chavez found an opening on the right side. And Chavez, having one of his better games as a running back, on that run now that puts the ball at the 18-yard line, inside red zone territory after an 18-yard gain by Chavez. And why not give it back to Chavez again? He's trying to look for a hole, didn't find anything, but was able to still gain some positive yardage. That would make it a 2nd and 6. And boy, there's a kid out there, a defensive lineman who has had a great game for him. My hat's off. The captain on the Wolverine team, Terrence Porter. So here's what we got. We got a 2nd and 6. Ball on the Wolverine 14-yard line. The Warriors are driving up 21-17. Another handoff to Jose Chavez to the left side. Maybe gain another 3 or 4 yards. And Porter once again making the tackle. I know I've called out his name a number of times. It is a 3rd and 3. The ball on the 11-yard line. The Warriors on offense. Spread formation. Hector Vasquez handoff to the right side. Hard run by Chavez. And these are the type of runs that you have to like. And those are the runs where Jose Chavez was actually hit at about the 5-yard line, and he refused to go down. And another touchdown here for the Warriors at the 10:04 mark here in the third quarter. That makes the score 27-17. Good run by Jose Chavez. And the extra point is good by Vargas. And with that touchdown by Jose Chavez on an 11-yard run, that makes the score now the Rowe Warriors 28, Psja Memorial Wolverines 17 here early in the third quarter. What a beautiful night we have out here at Mcallen Veterans Memorial Stadium. Early on in the day we had some drizzle, but it has gone away. It's a beautiful night for football. Temperature should be about 70 degrees, maybe high 60s. It can't be more perfect for football. The flag is almost not even there because it's not even blowing. It's just nice and quiet, resting. So with 10 minutes and 4 seconds to go, the Wolverines are back to defend, to receive. They will be receiving the ball on the south side of the stadium as Vargas getting ready to kick off. The kickoffs are from the 40-yard line. And Vargas with a squib kick that's going to go out of bounds, which brings in an automatic penalty. I'm telling you, both of these teams, none of them have tried to kick the ball into the end zone. Everything has either been a high kick or a squib kick. And that might tell you the confidence on the coaches. So after the penalty, the Wolverines will take over on the 33-yard line. Well, with the score at halftime 14-10, then Jose Chavez had a 1-yard run with 8 minutes to go in the third quarter to put the Warriors up 21-10. Then Eric Medellin on a 15-yard run with 1:51 left in the third quarter made it 21-17. And we have a handoff to the right side. Oh, excuse me, that was a pass, a quick pass on the right side to Medellin by Gonzalez. On a gain of maybe 8 yards, 7 yards on that play. It will be 2nd and 3 at the 33. Then here early in the fourth quarter, Jose Chavez on an 11-yard run at the 10:04 mark makes it 28-17. And that's what we have with 9 minutes and 33 seconds to go. The Warriors up 28-17. The Wolverines with the ball on their own 40-yard line. Quarterback Gonzalez on a nice fake actually still has the ball. And he actually did a good job of evading some tacklers. And he is going to be very close to the first down mark. It just depends if which sideline judge gave him the foot marking. And he did get enough for the first down. Give him credit for that. That was a hard run for him. So a 1st and 10 for the Wolverines at their own 43-yard line. The ball on the right hash mark. The Wolverines all night long have been in the spread offense, but they haven't thrown the ball much. Most of their offense has been on the ground. There's no doubt that Bustamante has more than 100 yards in this game. Gonzalez with a handoff. Nice opening to the left side, and wow, what a nice hard run by this kid. Jesse Bustamante, only a junior. Once he gets into open territory, he's got some quickness. First down on the Warriors side, 44-yard line. 1st and 10, 8 minutes and 55 seconds to go. Here in the fourth quarter, both teams have 2 timeouts. Gonzalez in the shotgun formation. There's 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Gonzalez rolling out to the right. Did not have enough time. Good defensive pressure by Alex Garcia. He doesn't get credit for the tackle, but he did force Michael Gonzalez to go in. Good job by linebacker Omar Garza. No gain. Wolverines coming out, 2nd and 10 on the Rowe 44-yard line, down 28-17, about 8 minutes to go in the game. Gonzalez on a handoff to the right side. Nothing going. Quick tackle right there by Ociel, Berreal, and Bustamante. So now we have a 3rd and 9 situation. The Wolverines have had some success with some quick passes. So look for a possible quick pass. The formation is 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 1 running back. Gonzalez in the shotgun formation, rolls out to his left. Passes, complete, should be enough for a first down, and maybe more. Receiver at the 10, and he's brought down maybe at the 3-yard line. The Wolverines were happy to get the first down there, but Kelvin Gaona on the reception said, forget about the first down. I'm going to go get myself a touchdown there. Excellent throw by Gonzalez. I'm always impressed by quarterbacks that are right-handed when they roll out against their throwing motion to the left side. And that's what Gonzalez did. And not only did he roll out to the left side, he also made the perfect pass. A good job by Gaona, not only catching the ball, but taking off. A handoff to the right side. Easy going right there on a 1-yard touchdown for George Trevino. But there looks like there's a flag on that play. A false start negates the touchdown. A false start negates the touchdown, and that is the wrong time to have a false start, especially when you're on the 1-yard line. So now it makes it 1st and 6, or 1st and goal at the 6, with 7 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Another handoff right up the middle by their bullying quarter. Oh, put that one right there on the highlight film. George Trevino, a senior, actually listed in the roster as a linebacker, was given the ball there at the 6-yard line, and he did what he had to do. You don't give a defensive player an opportunity to score. George Trevino on a nice run, kind of like a bully, just running over anybody. He did a tremendous job. Excellent run. He was the one that actually had the other touchdown that was negated by the false start. So the opportunity was given to him again by Coach Gus Cavazos. And I would think with the score 28-23 that Coach Cavazos might be going for 2 to make it if they can get those 2 points, it would be 28-25, meaning that all they would need for a field goal. They are going for 2. Big call here by Coach Cavazos. A bubble on the snap, and a fine run. A fine run by substitute quarterback Eric Medellin to make the score 28-25. Eric Medellin with a 2-point conversion. So now, with 7 minutes and 8 seconds to go, it is the Warriors 25, the Wolverines 25 with 7 minutes and 8 seconds to go. I know both of these teams did not come with winning records, but I'm telling you, this has been a fun game to be looking at. Very competitive, very hardly fought here, and you would not expect any less from these two coaches. Coach Gus Cavazos, actually last year, he came into this same field with nothing to gain, and he defeated the Mcallen Bulldogs, which almost eliminated the Bulldogs from the playoffs. Coach Gus Cavazos' team will never give up regardless of the records, and we know that Coach Paul Reyes from the Road Warriors does the same thing. So with 7 minutes and 8 seconds to go, the Warriors up 28-25. Look out, because all night the kicker has made it very difficult, Jose Gazar. And this is an outside kick, folks. And the Warriors did a great job of catching that one. That one looked like trouble. It looked like Zach Caples with the recovery. Zach Caples doing a good job. Zach Caples is actually a safety on defense. And this kid is as tough as they get. Early on in the season, Zach Caples was actually playing with a broken arm. So the Warriors take over in excellent field position, almost at the 50-yard line. They take over on their own 48-yard line, 1st and 10, with 7 minutes and 3 seconds to go, and the Warriors holding on to a tight 3-point lead. Bosquez, quarterback, handoff to the right side. Rios looking for an opening, not much, but he still gains at least 4 or 5 yards on that play. A bunch of Wolverines on the tackle. Credit you can give to Kevin Spears and several other Wolverine defenders. So a gain of 6 by Rios. The clock is running, 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go. 2nd and 4 here in the 4th quarter. Bosque, quarterback Bosque looking to the sideline for the signals. 2 receivers on each side, 1 running back. Hand off to Rios, and maybe 2 yards by Rios on a good tackle by Hector Sanchez. Hector Sanchez, the leading tackler for the Wolverine defense. And here we go, a 3rd and 2. I would be thinking at this time of the game with less than 6 minutes to go, Coach Paul Reyes is probably thinking of a 2-down territory. 3rd and 2. Ball on the 44-yard line. Vasquez looking to the sideline for the signals from Coach Reyes. 2 receivers on each side. Hand off to Rios. Big opening. Excuse me, that was Jose Chavez. A big opening to the right side. And a big gain by Jose Chavez. A gain of 16 yards puts now the ball at the Wolverine 28-yard line. 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go. 1st and 10 for the Warriors in the spread formation. Vasquez with another handoff. No, this time he decides to fake and maybe gain 2 yards on that quarterback keeper. And that will make it a 2nd and 8 for the Warriors at the 26-yard line in Wolverine territory with 5 minutes to go in a tight ball game. Warriors 28, Wolverines 25, 2nd and 8. Ball at the 26-yard line. Bosquez, man in motion, Alonso. Hand off to Alonso. He's to the left side. Alonso still on his feet. Good carry by Alonso all the way down to the 12-yard line. 1st down for the Warriors. Hector Sanchez on the tackle. Eno Rios is out of the game, and Jose Chavez is back in the game. Both running backs for the Warriors doing an excellent job. 1st and 10. They can still get a 1st down before they score. It's a 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. 4 minutes and 25 seconds to go. The Warriors hanging on to a 3-point lead. Ball on the left hash mark. Vasquez with a handoff to Chavez. Chavez trying to go around. There's a penalty. Looks like a holding. Chavez running hard, maybe getting to the 2-yard line. And there's a fumble on the play. And it is a fumble. It is a fumble. And it looks like the penalty is going to be against the Warriors. So the Wolverines will take over. The penalty was a holding on the Warriors, so nothing worked on that. Everything looks so positive for the Warriors, and boy, how things can change quickly. They were 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line, looking to put this game away, and all of a sudden, there's a fumble that was recovered by Abraham Alanis. On the positive side for the Warriors, at least they moved the ball downfield, and the Wolverines will take over at their own 3-yard line with 4 minutes and 8 seconds to go. They do have 2 timeouts, and they are down 3 points. A handoff, and pretty much nothing going there. It looked like there was some confusion there between Gonzalez, and this is not where you want to have any confusion. No gain. 2nd and 10. ball on the Wolverine 3-yard line. They need about 97 yards for a touchdown, but a lot less than that for a possible field goal to at least get this game into overtime. So we're looking at a 2nd and 10. Wolverines with running back, quarterback in a shotgun position. Gonzalez rolls out to the right, pass, and it's a nice defensive play, knocked down right there by, the ball was intended to Gaona, but a good job on the defensive side. The defensive back did an awesome job of making sure that he knocked out the ball. I didn't get a number, but he did a good job. I'm trying to look through the binoculars. Well, here we go, 3rd and 10, 3 minutes and 25. And I think we're going to have a timeout. I do believe that on the last possession, the player doing an excellent job was Jaime Gonzalez, cornerback. So we do have a timeout by the Wolverines. And I don't blame Coach Gus Cavazos, veteran coach over there, who was very successful at Rio Hondo and has been very successful at Psja Memorial, where most of his players come from the famous town of Alamo, Texas. Remember the Alamo? I know our Erasmo Cervantes and Raul Ramos, two of our Friday night team here that are manning the cameras and the directors and the replays. They are from Alamo, very proud. Actually, I'm from the neighboring town of San Juan, but I live in Mcallen, so nobody complained. So here's what we got. 3 minutes and 25 seconds to go. Game on the line. The Warriors have the ball at their own 3-yard line. 3rd down and 10 to go. What does Coach Cavazos have up his sleeve on this play? And Gonzalez almost sacked. Wasn't sacked, but boy, the road defense with some hard hits. Gomez coming in. Was also doing a fantastic job was Osiel Berreal. And it makes it a 4th and 9. And with our clock running, 1 timeout, pretty much Coach doesn't have much, but he has to go for it. So they're going for it on a 4th and 9 at their own 4-yard line. And we're going to have a penalty. I don't know if it's on the defense. They did approach, but did the offense do a false start? We'll find out. The two side judges, line judge, and they're talking to each other. And I think that it's going to be on the road defense. The penalty on the defense, that makes it a 4th and 4. 4th and 4 situation, but it also stops the clock, I do believe, because the clock is stopped at 2 minutes and 42 seconds. So it doesn't get any easier for the Wolverine offense. It's a 4th and 4 at their own 9 with a game on the line. Pretty much if they don't get a first down here, game over. And it looks like maybe they are going to kick it. Yes, they are going to kick it. Quick kick. And it takes a beautiful bounce in favor of the Wolverines. Ball still going. And it is dead at the 44-yard line. A 52-yard punt. Excellent job to get him out of the hole. So we'll see what happens here with the Warriors taking over at their own 44-yard line. They are up 28-25, 2 minutes and 28 seconds to go. 1st and 10. Very important to note that the Wolverines can only stop the clock once. I would expect Coach Reyes to run the ball so he can keep the clock running and maybe also get a first down. And if they can get a first down, it could be game over. Vasquez with a handoff to Eno Rios. And Eno Rios maybe just got back to the line of scrimmage or lost a one. Silva on the tackle. The Wolverines do call their first timeout. Or I should say their last timeout. So it's going to be a 2nd and 10. The Wolverines can no longer stop the ball. There's 2 minutes and 19 seconds to go. And I'm looking at the scoreboard. There's 2 minutes and 19 seconds to go. The score is the Warriors 28, the Wolverines 25. A really nice game between two teams that are fighting hard to keep their playoff aspirations alive. It's going to be a 2nd and 10 for the Warriors. And I'm looking at the scoreboard and it still shows one timeout. So Coach Cavazos should be able to stop the clock one more time. 2nd and 10, but first things first, the Wolverine defense has to make a stop. Vasquez with a fake handoff, and he didn't gain much. Did not gain much. Another timeout being called. Nice tackle right there by Germán Mata. Yes, the Wolverines did have another timeout, so that is their 3rd and final timeout. So with 2 minutes and 14 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter, the game on the line, the Warriors up 28-25. They have the ball on their own 45-yard line with no more timeouts. If they don't get a first down, I would expect a running play by Coach Paul Reyes. So if they don't get the first down, the clock will continue to run. And after they kick it, if the Wolverines get it back, they might get it with about 1:35 or so left after this play. But let's see what happens here. A big play in the game. Either the Warriors win it on this play or the Wolverines will still be hanging. Quarterback draw. And he's not going to get the first down. Vasquez with a safe call on a quarterback draw. He gained about 4 yards. And it's going to make it a 4th and about 5 yards to go. The ball on the 49. Coach Reyes is sending his kicking team. And I don't blame him. His defense has done a pretty good job all night long. With the score 28-25, the clock is running. Minute 40, minute 38, minute 35. And the punt is off. Short punt. The ball rolls to the 19-yard line. With 1 minute and 20 seconds to go, the Wolverines will get the ball back, and they still have a chance here. 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. There's not much room for error. And the other thing is that with 1 minute and 20 seconds to go, you don't really want to have too many handoffs, because with a handoff, the clock will continue to run. So expect Gonzalez to air it out here. That's pretty much the only chance they have. And they don't necessarily have to go all the way. They just have to get into field goal place. Gonzalez with the ball. Plenty of time. And the ball, he was hit. Good pressure on the defensive side. He was hit, but it was ruled an incomplete pass. Good job on the defensive side by the Road Warriors, putting pressure by Lorenzo Lara. It still brings 2nd and 10, but they did lose 6 seconds. 1 minute 14 to go. Wolverines on their own side of the field at their own 19-yard line. The score is 28-25. Wolverines are behind. Gonzalez ready for the snap. Gonzalez back to throw. Pressure. Pass to the sideline. He needs to go out of bounds. And he doesn't go out of bounds, and there's a fumble. And it looks like the Warriors got the fumble recovery. And that pretty much is the game right there, folks. Fumble recovery by the Warriors with the score 28-25, a minute and 2 seconds to go. The ball on the Wolverine 23. I would expect for the Warriors to basically just take a knee, maybe two knees, and this game will be in their hands. First and 10 at their own, the Warriors are lining up in their victory formation. They look like they're going to take a snap at the knee, and they do. And what respect by both teams. And the reason I say that is that they didn't even hit each other. Sometimes they'll hit each other, the defense tries to come in, they're actually shaking hands with each other, but they are going to have to run another play. It's 2nd and 12, maybe 2 more plays, because there's 40 seconds to go. It all depends on the referee, how quickly he allows the play clock to start. Vasquez is waiting, 9 seconds on the play clock. He's waiting, and he takes another knee, and that should be the last play of the game. So congratulations to the Mcallen Rowe Warriors, a hard-fought game. The Warriors, as I was telling you earlier on, they lost last week in overtime, 35-28. So congratulations to Coach Paul Reyes and the Mcallen Rowe Warriors as they now go to 2-4 in district play. Warriors, final score, Mcallen Rowe Warriors 28, the Psja Wolverines 25. A real nice game, played on both sides, back and forth, evenly matched. A couple of turnovers hurt both teams. And at the end of the day, the final score was 28-25. Once again, I'm Mario Reina. It's been my pleasure to try to bring you this game to the best of my ability. Hope you enjoyed it. And my hats off goes to News Center for having this live streaming opportunities for people that can't get out, for them to have this opportunity to see this game. And we hope that you will join me, Mario Reina, and my partner, Mark May, tomorrow for the game between the San Benito Greyhounds and the undefeated Mcallen Bulldogs tomorrow. Okay, we're back for the post-game show here at Mcallen Veterans Memorial Stadium on a beautiful, perfect night for football in the Rio Grande Valley. Thursday night football here at Mcallen Veterans Memorial Stadium between two teams here in 31-5A that came with a lot of struggles. Mcallen Rowe Warriors coming into this game with a 1-4 district record, while the Wolverines came in with a 1-3 record. So pretty much a loss here basically eliminates you from the playoffs. The Warriors with this victory are now 2-4, although they're not mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. It is not going to be easy for them to make the playoffs, either team. But I was very impressed coming here to many games. You had two teams that could just have gone through the motions, but there's no way that teams coached by Paul Reyes of the Mcallen Rowe Warriors and Coach Gus Cavazos of the Psja Wolverines, there's no way that their players are not going to come out here and give it their best. And that's certainly what happened out here. There was a couple of mistakes on both sides, a couple of fumbles, turnovers, costly penalties at the wrong time, but both teams fought hard the entire game. Let me see if I can give you a recap. Let me see if I can give you a quick recap as I'm having my friend here, Nathan, that's going to come and do a post game with you. And so everybody be ready. This is a student from Mcallen Rowe High School who wants to come in and possibly get into the media, which is great. That's the beauty of high school, that kids have an opportunity to do something they want. And Nathan not only is a good camera guy, he's also wanting to be a play-by-play announcer, a color commentator. So it's going to be my pleasure to turn it over to Nathan, a Mcallen Rowe student that's going to do the post game for you.
Hello and welcome to Valley Central feed here, as we're showing you the wrapping up of the big game here between the Mcallen Rowe Warriors and the Psja Memorial Wolverines. Both teams did their best out here, and as Mario was saying, you know, both teams coming in here knew that they had to win this game, otherwise they would be automatically taken out of the playoffs. Now, as Mario also stated, the chances of them making it to actual playoffs still aren't in the bag. Both teams have to continue on their trail to the finals and try to get into the playoffs. These two teams aren't exactly the two teams that you would look at to see a playoff team, as you have the two Westlaco's up on the top along with Mackay. The Mcallen Bulldogs still haven't lost a game. They'll be having a game tomorrow here at the Mcallen Memorial Stadium against the San Benito Greyhounds. You can also watch that game streamed here on valleycentral.com. We'll also have the Pigskin Jubilee competition on Saturday, October 19th, with both bands that you saw today here at halftime. Both bands have worked all season long to try and perfect this music that they'll be performing on Saturday. So not only should you watch the game here on Friday night, but also go ahead and watch the Pigskin Jubilee competition on Saturday, October 19th, which is this Saturday. We'll be showing you both of those events here live on valleycentral.com. So with that, you know, both teams, as Mario was stating, they both had their flaws tonight. Mcallen Rowe had a chance to make to get that ball back in the fourth quarter on their sort of 1 yard line. So they had that chance to get the ball back on their 1 yard line. They didn't do it because they just had a little bit of issues there. They jumped the gun early, and that's the way it went. So Wolverines went ahead and kicked off the ball. Warriors got that ball back on about the 41 yard line. They took that one back, and they went ahead and they ran that one in. So after taking that one, they took a knee at 25, and they finished off this game. Here in the first half, the Wolverines and the Warriors both did their best, and they both did tremendously wonderful in this game. So looking at these two teams, both of them are doing their best, and both of them, you know, coming into this game, knew that they had to win this game. So the Wolverines go home tonight knowing that they actually could not pull out with the win. And for them, that'll put them out of the playoffs for the 2013-2014 season here. So Wolverines are out, and the Warriors are still on the path to getting in the playoff bound area, as we already have couple of teams up in there. We have the Mcallen Bulldogs who are up in there. We also have another team, the Mcallen Memorial Mustangs. The Memorial Mustangs are fighting for their chance to be able to get into the playoffs. So with that, we have all three Mcallen schools fighting for their chance to make it into the playoffs this year. And none of them looking like it's not possible. Everyone has their chance, and everyone has to keep on their toes and keep awake here, as it can be any of the three Mcallen schools that'll make it to playoffs. For sure, we're probably looking at Mackay due to the fact that they've got a good unbeaten record here going into the 8th week of football, which is really good when you look at a team. Mackay hasn't had this record in a long time, and a lot of other teams also haven't been able to come up with this record. So with that, we have two really awesome teams, and we have all the teams here in the 5A district, 31 5A, who are fighting for their chance to make it into playoffs. When you look at it, any team really could make it. You have to look at it from not only the perspective of there's a chance of it being their first time in the playoffs or their 10th time in the playoffs. When you look at Rowe, they weren't predicted to go into playoffs last year, but they were still able to make it into playoffs, which that's exactly what you want to see from a team. You want to see that these guys are going to be able to make it into playoffs and that they do a tremendous job on their way there. Well, the Warriors just showed that tonight against the Wolverines, that they're not giving up. They're still going to keep on fighting, and they're going to go ahead and keep this game going as they went ahead and won this one 25-28, so they win by 3. Looked like the Wolverines could have got a field goal, and they could have tied it up, but they didn't. So with that, the Warriors pull out with the 3-point win, 25-28 game. And we're showing you the empty fields here. No, we're good. Okay. And so here we go, showing you the field here. It's empty, and we have all these football players, band members, and everybody who has emptied the field here. And so showing you that, we're able to show you that, these people have come out, worked their heart out, and so they've been able to, do their best here, try their best, and be able to get to where they are. We'll be right back with a little bit more post-game action. Hey, sir, how do we show the guy? How do we show the person? Okay. 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 All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And so here we go. We went ahead and showed you the feed here at Mcallen Stadium. You just watched the ValleyCentral.com highlight video here as we went ahead and showed you how the two teams matched up here tonight, the Mcallen Rowe Warriors and the Psja Wolverines. So both teams tried their best, and both teams did tremendously wonderful here. It's just both teams can't pull out with the win. Only one can. So with that, we went ahead and showed you tonight's game on ValleyCentral.com. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for all the action that we have here. We'll be showing you the Mackay versus San Benito game here live at Mcallen Memorial Stadium. The Mcallen Memorial Mustangs will be traveling to Psja to take on the Psja North Raiders. And we will have much more games here tomorrow night on ValleyCentral.com. Not only will we have more games, but we'll also be able to show you a multitude of other events. We'll have the Pigskin Jubilee, both of them, the one out in San Benito and the one in La Jolla. So tune in on Saturday, October 19th to watch your bands perform at the Pigskin Jubilee competition, and tune in tomorrow night for many game action from multiple teams. that have put their heart out and they've worked their butts off this week to be able to get to where they are. With that, I'm Nathaniel Menchaca. You have watched ValleyCentral.com. You just watched the Nicky Rowe Warriors and the Psja Wolverines. Thank you for all your views, and you all are very we're very happy that you tuned in tonight to be able to watch us do our job. Thank you. This is Nathaniel Menchaca. Tonight we had the game commentated by Mario Reyna. Thank you. You've watched ValleyCentral.com, the Psja Wolverines versus the Nicky Rowe Warriors. Final score here, Warriors 28, Wolverine 25. This is Nathaniel Menchaca.